So, the latest movie review on DSP Reacts is none other than the second Sonic movie.
Fuck.
And I suppose, since I'm the resident Sonic dweeb of this community, I suppose I can react to it, even though there is far more interesting content going on right now that I could be producing or whatever. At the time of this recording, we are still in the middle of the nuclear meltdown from the Stuttering Craig interview. Phil has done his clapback reaction video to Craig daring to take super chats after the review or interview, and there's like a Discord call or some shit that's happened. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bother with it, but whatever. Like, literally, like, some of the best, like, soap opera content we've had in a long time from Phil, and I'm here doing a boring-ass react to an 8th grade book report. If his Joker review is anything to go off of. I rage quit that at like 7 minutes in. Because to be honest, a part of me was hoping Phil would eventually get back to trying to review movies, because maybe it's rose-tinted glasses, but I kind of remember his Inception review back in the day just being like so garbage, just completely useless. So I technically got my wish. It's just that it's not gonna be good content most of the time. We might get something good, you know? We know how it is trying to get gold dust in the DSP sphere. I do not have hopes that such dust will be found in today's review, though. Or at least today's react. Luckily, it is only 12.5 minutes. The Joker review was twice as long. And we're gonna see how long I end up multiplying this runtime. So before I start, interesting little note here is that you'll notice that so Phil did his damage control stream number 50,000 last night, but this is the front page to his channel. It's just got the Sonic review as like the first thing, and then we've got today's upcoming live stream with the creepy thumbnail and the Photoshop smile, reviews, the Jared marathon, reruns of his other streams, last of it, where oh, we have channel updates too. Great. But like, I have to scroll all the way down here and we can see backstabbed by side scrollers. So I don't know if he's ever gonna bother organizing this video. This might just kind of float in the ether, you know? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, why is this crusty? Why is this crusty? Alright. On my end, it's very blurry. Like, this... Oh my god. Okay, Phil, whoever is helping you with your graphics, they need to export, like, a high-res version of your logo. I'm gonna take a stab and say this is the size of the logo as it appears in the bottom left of your screen. You can't just blow it up to full screen. Like, please. Please. I'm begging you. A fast-paced, colorful romp, DSP Reacts Sonic the Hedgehog 2 2022 movie. And this is a day old, so I am fashionably late because I wanted to play video games last night instead of react to this. Ernell? Hello? Hello? Oh, right, he's got a new intro, a nice Fiverr intro. What does this have to do with anything of your brand? Wait, look at this cute little cartoony, kind of comic-y looking logo, and then something that I swear Shinko would have as a background. It kind of has some cool, like, lava lamp aesthetic sometimes, dude.
What is up, everyone? Phil here. Welcome to DSP Reacts, and welcome to
course,
my
you're quiet.
review of the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 live action.
Oh, right. Sorry to cut you off already, Phil. I was debating rewatching this movie before this react to refresh my memory, and then I realized, no, that's fucking dumb. That's too much effort for something like this. It's the guy. Like, just, no.
Action movie.
Who cares? I'll see what I can remember. And if we were playing bingo, I would say Phil's gonna comment about Knuckles' voice, maybe Jim Carrey being a skinny Eggman, and the owl that dies in 5 seconds, who was Sonic's guardian or some shit.
Full disclosure, I know this is gonna be a weird one. You wanna know why? Because I've never seen the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Endless trash!
So what's the point of this video then? What value does this have? To just jump into a franchise, like part of a bigger continuity. Like, what?
This was actually the first one that I saw.
That's dumb, Phil.
I probably like this one more only because it kind of...
Yeah, okay, yes, but also why?
Skips the backstory of, you know, how Sonic came to Earth, but instead just kind of goes into an interesting plot about Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and of course the return of Dr. Eggman. I was shocked. I thought he'd be called Dr. Robotnik, but no, they're going with...
No. No.
He's always been named Eggman. Robotnik was invented by the American team.
So I didn't have the prerequisite knowledge to understand all the stuff from the first movie. I
That's
think the
dumb.
movie does at least a half decent job of kind of at least glossing over it. You know, the past. I guess there's an owl named Longclaw that had
Longclaw.
You know, the past. I guess there's an owl named Longclaw.
Longclaw.
Either raised or you know, been some kind of a motherly figure to Sonic. Had given Sonic his powers, right?
Whoa. You know what? I don't think the owl gave him his powers. Sonic was just kind of born that way, and he's like super strong and cool and shit, and I don't... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because she dies like 30 seconds in. It was just literally just a plot element to just, okay, Sonic's in the real world now, bye.
Had given Sonic his powers, right?
I don't recall. You know what? Who cares?
Try to understand these things. So in this movie, you find out that this character Longclaw was actually the ancient rival of Knuckles and the Echidna race.
Oh yeah.
Echidna, I guess the rest of
I forgot that's why the Longclaw thing exists.
Power, you know, the Emerald of Power, the Ultimate Master Emerald, which apparently was hidden somewhere on Earth.
The ultimate Master Emerald.
The Ultimate Master Emerald.
Wait, Ultimate?
You know, the Emerald of Power, the Ultimate Master Emerald.
The Emerald of Power, the Ultimate Master Emerald.
Apparently was hidden somewhere on Earth, and he felt that Sonic the Hedgehog was actually the key to get.
You can just say Sonic. Oh my god. A long time ago, I don't have, like, a recording of it, but I watched his KO Gaming Sonic 06 review, and he, like, constantly was like, well, Sonic the Hedgehog from 2006, and I'm like, I'm going to fucking explode.
The Sonic the Hedgehog reboot from 2006. But Sonic the Hedgehog from 2006, Sonic the Hedgehog in 2006, stinky fucking turd. Dun dun dun.
So
please
there's
stop.
going to be some spoilers. I have to go through the plot to let you know what I thought about the movie. What's up with Eggman trapped on a mushroom planet? I have no idea how he got there, but I don't really care. Obviously, it had something to do with the plot of the first movie. Probably he ended
It's very obvious that you don't care because you didn't bother to see the crappy first movies to watch this crappy movie.
Powers in it. He's doing experiments on it to try to, you know, power stuff. And as he's doing this, it sends out like a big explosion signal. Well, Knuckles is looking for this power source. Thing which will lead him to the Master Emerald and comes through a portal. Ends up basically talking to Dr. Eggman, and Eggman leads him to Earth, saying that's where Sonic is, that's where you're looking for, that's where you need to go. So the first kind of half of the movie, the premise is that Knuckles and Dr. Eggman are teaming up in order to try to find Sonic and have Sonic somehow lead them to this emerald, or at least get information from Sonic on how to get the emerald. At the same time, excuse me,
I'm already
Sonic
tuning him out.
With a bunch of humans. These two humans, I guess, for the first movie, you know, a man and a woman, a male married couple.
Okay, dude. A man and a woman, they're married, by the way.
Excuse me. Sonic is living with a bunch of humans. These two humans, I guess, from the first movie, you know, a man and a woman, you know, the married couple, being an alien or someone from another dimension, and they're leaving the house to him and a dog while they go to a wedding in Hawaii. What's funny is that Sonic apparently in this franchise
Did that hit close to home?
I don't remember him ever having that in the games.
Also, he cracked his knuckles, but I suppose that's fitting for the movie. Hey,
Is that Sonic apparently in this franchise has teleportation abilities? I don't remember him ever having that in the games.
no.
Magic rings to teleport them to Hawaii for their wedding. It's not their wedding. It's actually the wedding of the wife's sister. Okay. While
Man, couldn't even get the right wedding down.
So they're going to Hawaii. They're hoping for the best that Sonic won't destroy everything or he'll take care of it at least. But of course, what happens is that Sonic is trying to have a good time solo with the dog. Robotnik busts in, and now you've got a big series of interactions where it's basically like Robotnik.
A series of interactions.
Knuckles coming after Sonic. Sonic has no idea who Knuckles is or how Robotnik got back. And then while Sonic is on the run from these two, another interdimensional being named Tails shows up. Of course, everyone knows Tails from the Sonic games, a two-tailed fox who says, "Oh, you know, I've actually always been following you." Kind of a
Everyone knows who Tails is. He's a two-tailed. Jesus Christ.
Tails shows up. Of course, everyone knows Tails from the Sonic games, a two-tailed fox who says, "Oh, you know."
I don't even think this would be a good book report in middle school. Like,
I've actually always been following you. You're kind of a hero to me. I always watched you from another dimension.
Can you not pick your skin right now?
Opportunity I saw when you needed help that I would come and help you or whatever. It was kind of weird in that regard. How Tails was kind of written in. Like, where was Tails for the whole first movie? I don't know. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Maybe I don't know. But anyway, I guess at the first movie.
I'm sorry. What?
And then this is opportunity I saw when you needed help that I would come and help you or whatever. It was kind of weird in that regard. How Tails was kind of written in. Where was Tails for the whole first movie? I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so Phil, if you watched the first movie, you'd know it was just about establishing the cinematic version of Sonic X, and then his other friends come in later. Like, it's called milking the franchise.
Really make a lot of sense, maybe? I don't know. But anyway.
Doesn't make sense that we didn't just dump all of our characters in at once, like we're a kid with like all of our Hot Wheels. Just dump them all in at once, guys.
In the first movie, they were saying there was an explosion, and the explosion triggered Tails to monitor the planet.
Don't know why I picked specifically Hot Wheels.
It was very clear.
Who cares?
Anyway, the movie is a wild ride.
Phil has already melted my brain. I am very sorry for today's open mic night.
Basically, they're going all over the world. Okay.
Whoa.
They end up in
Where?
Siberia, trying to find a compass or something that's going to lead them to the Master Emerald. They find this temple underground, or underwater, I should say, that the Master Emerald is hidden in. Once the Master Emerald is found,
I get
Knuckles
same
thinks he's gonna
difference.
get it, but instead Robotnik steals. Excuse me, Eggman. I'm gonna have a lot of problems calling him Eggman. And Robotnik then.
Why? Tell me you don't really give a shit about Sonic without telling me. Oh, I have to call him Dr. Robotnik?
Having this emerald betrays
Dr. Eggman is so weird.
the boss of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I want to say.
I'm so bored. I'm going on useless tangents.
But it's ginormous. And now Sonic basically has to fight this thing, and he's trying, he's failing. His human friends show up to save his, and essentially now becomes a superpowered mech robot.
Okay, good. We're summary. Okay, good.
And now Sonic basically has to fight this thing, and he's trying, he's failing.
All right, his summary is actually shorter this time. Thank God.
Friends show up to save him in the nick of time by driving a pickup truck. Was it a pickup truck or was it SUV? But anyway, it was pretty ridiculous. At the end of it,
I'm sorry. A cartoon character driving and like doing cartoonish things is silly. Okay.
Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails team up to take down, Eggman, and eventually they get the Master Emerald, and Sonic turns into Super Sonic so that he can fight Eggman to defeat him, and that's really the end of the movie.
What's Super Sonic?
There's a ton of stuff that happens in between that honestly I could say is filler. Like literally what I just told you is a very accurate plot synopsis. At the end of the day, Eggman's defeated, and they all go off to live with the family. Like Sonic, Knuckles, Tails all go to live with the man and the woman and happily ever after.
The man and the woman. My dude, you got to like stream this from the comfort of your house and you couldn't bother to like rewind and write down the names of these characters for your book report? Like, it's one thing if like someone just came out of the movie theater and they're like, fuck, I don't remember their names, they're stupid characters anyways. But it's like, bro, you had like, just come on.
Like, Sonic, Knuckles, Tails all go to live with the man and the woman and happily ever after. They're actually playing baseball at the end of the movie.
Wow, cool.
So, it's weird because there was a lot else to the movie that I feel was filler. All right? Like, total
okay.
filler. For example, this movie suffers from what I call Transformer syndrome. If you don't know what I
What?
mean, go back and watch the very original Michael Bay Transformers movie.
Wow.
What you will find is that essentially, every film with the humans is time-consuming, has character development, and literally has nothing to do with the Transformers. Like if you're watching two movies, the story of the Transformers and the story of these humans that are interjecting themselves into the story just because it takes place on Earth. You could very well ignore all these humans. And just
This is not a shocking.
better. I honestly feel like this is kind of the case with the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie. Like the humans.
Oh my god, I actually agree with Phil on one thing. Oh no, guys.
Extras. They felt like they had side plots. For example, at one point, Sonic goes to Hawaii because he needs.
Like that's I mean, if you guys were asking for my opinion, it's better than the first movie, but it's still a generic kids movie and has all the trappings. I'm sure Phil's gonna bring up as well. You don't need the human characters. It's got the same issues that Sonic X had. All of these additional characters, and they gotta be humans so that, like, I don't know, the 5-year-olds in the audience have like a way to feel like they're connected to Sonic somehow. I don't know. It's weird. I forget why Hollywood just has to push this. Like, we have to have these human characters or else it's not relatable or some shit. It's just live action Sonic X.
Help with the humans, but ends up ruining the wedding of, you know, the wife's sister. Come to find out,
The wife's sister.
It was the government actually trying to figure out if Sonic would show up because the husband and wife that are befriending Sonic were there at the wedding, and I guess they were trying to find some way to get them to reveal Sonic. It didn't really make much sense, and I guess it
Oh man, you mean the people that, like, Sonic is under the guardianship of? And they want this weird alien creature contained? How are we gonna draw out the alien?
The first movie where I guess Sonic was extraterrestrial, they were trying to catch him or something, kind of like E.T. when you think about it. But it was weird.
Think E.T. guys.
Odd plot, and then the sister. There was a whole segment where the wife and the sister are doing Metal Gear Solid, like sneaking around the government. To
think Metal Gear.
Sonic who's been captured. It was really weird. I was like, what does this have to really do with anything?
It's not weird. It's just padding the movie out.
The movie's 2 hours long. Honestly, I feel like the movie was better at hour 9 or hour 30. Like 30 minutes, you could have cut all the human stuff out and it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, for some reason they had to do 2 hours. Life
I had
sucks.
issue with that because apparently the humans were actually part of the main cast of the first movie. In this movie, they don't feel important whatsoever. Like I said,
they were never important. Who the fuck wants these stupid, bummy-ass, non-existent characters to be more involved?
was gone for the whole movie. Then they show up at the end to save Sonic by driving up in like an SUV or a pickup truck. It's like, what? Where'd they come from? Where is this? Like, this is ridiculous, right? There's another scene where they're in Siberia and Sonic and Tails have a dance-off against a bunch of Siberians. There's no purpose to the scene. It just exists in the movie. They wanted to pad the movie.
I had that. I was also going to have that on the bingo, but I guess we're just pushing through it.
Scene. Okay.
I was expecting him to get hung up on the Uptown Funk segment because how do you do, fellow kids?
Okay. There's a lot of stuff like that in the movie. I'm gonna be critical of it. Like, I don't know why it's in there. It definitely feels like a blow.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Phil, for being critical and honest with us about a generic what-if cartoon character in real life movie.
However, there's a few things in the movie I really like. For example, I usually have a lot of issue. Excuse me. When I'm watching a live-action movie and it uses CGI. I feel like modern CGI is just not that good.
Sorry, I short-circuited there. Because this is the man who's obsessed about graphics, but then, like, the current graphics are the best, and then graphics from, like, 3 years ago are bummy. Like, that's just kind of his attitude.
And a lot of the times things look fake. Well, in this movie...
Okay.
Sonic...
I don't know. Like I said, I short-circuited.
As good as they possibly could be as representations of their video game characters in a real-world setting, I'm okay with the CGI in this movie. And that's a rarity for me. Like, usually I have a lot of issues when it comes to CGI in these kind of movies, but I actually had zero issue with it the entire time.
Yeah,
I didn't have a problem believing they were part of the world. Quite frankly, I think it worked really well for the action scenes, like their snowboarding and stuff. Like, that looks like the game. And it was neat that it did actually look like
it looks just like the games, guys. Look at those designs. It looks just like the games.
Models and stuff to do this, stop action or something. Oh my god.
Stop action.
Can you imagine them trying to use like models and stuff to do this, stop action?
Stop action. They would not do stop motion if this was in the past. They'd probably do puppetry
or something. Oh my god. It probably would have looked horrible.
Or they just make a cartoon.
Kind of like how Sonic originally was supposed to look for the first movie. So they changed it, right?
Wait.
Models and stuff to do this. Stop action or something. Oh my god. It probably would have looked horrible.
It probably will. So, ugly Sonic was also CG, Phil. What are you talking about?
Great job as
If you're talking about models, you're talking about the reference model that most studios will do in any of these productions as a lighting test for the character. Wow, the more you learn.
Eggman, although
Think Roger Rabbit.
It up a lot because it's a family film. I think it's rated PG. So of course he's
No
doing,
shit.
Like, see you later, hater. Like what? Like that's such a cheesy catch line. You know, Robotnik.
Hold up.
I do think that they have him cam it up a lot because Jim Carrey does a great job as Eggman. Although admittedly, I do think that they have him cam it up a lot because it's a family film. I think it's rated PG.
Eggman hams it up because it's fucking Sonic. It's a product of the 90s where everybody has to, like, be witty at every single second.
So of course he's doing like,
what the fuck are you?
Later, hater. Like what? Like that's such a cheesy catch line. You know,
Bruh. Did you even boot up a single Sonic game before you started streaming?
catch lines in the games, and the fact that they had to give him like a cheesy catch line is pretty ridiculous. But I do
What?
like his acting in this. He's kind of back to form as the old cartoony Jim Carrey, like he used to be back in the old days, and it fits the Robotnik character. It really does. Although admittedly, if you like a more serious Eggman or Robotnik, you probably
Why? You want to go back to Sonic 06?
won't like this one. He's a funny guy.
Who wants a serious Eggman? The same people who don't want Leon to have funny retorts?
What I will say is,
Ever?
if you like a more serious Eggman or Robotnik, you probably won't
What
like this
the
one.
f-
He's a
who?
funny guy. What I will say is this: did this movie absolutely blow me away? No, it did not. But I was entertained.
Amazing.
There were several times that I thought maybe this is going to be a cringe fest. I legitimately
No, it's
smiled
cringe.
ear to ear quite a few times with the
It has some good moments, but like I said, it's Sonic X live action, so it's bad.
Some of the action sequences were exciting.
It's ultimately
and that's
not-
interesting. What I would
you
call
can
this a
pass
perfect
it.
Popcorn movie. You just sit down. Exciting. I liked it, and that's interesting. What I would call this is the perfect popcorn movie. You just
Okay.
sit down. You're not looking for highbrow stuff. You just want to have a good popcorn experience and walk out of
A
it
good popcorn experience. You forgot style.
after watching it, saying, "Wow, that was fun." And that's exactly the best way I can describe this movie. It was pretty darn fun, and I like it for that. Like, I think there should be more movies that, like, for example, the Marvel movies, right? A lot of the times now they're so over the top with humor, or then they try to wedge in serious overtones, and it's like, whatever happened to popcorn movies, where we just went there to have a good time and we could walk out and say that was a quick good one, right? Like, I feel like that's
I
what
don't
this
know,
movie is.
man.
It probably would have been better to cut some of the human stuff and reduce the running time.
Cut some of the human stuff. That doesn't sound weird at
Right?
all.
Like, I feel like that's what this movie is, and it probably would have been better to cut some of the human stuff and reduce the running time. But for the most part, that's almost all the criticism I have. The one startling criticism that I do have, and this is a nitpick for sure, there's no Sonic the Hedgehog music in the movie at all. I think someone's ringtone is the Sonic theme or something like that.
Yeah, I forget about... I don't remember. Besides that, yeah, what other
Like,
musical?
that's
It doesn't
There's
matter.
no Sonic music. I was like, huh? How can you
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
turn Sonic the Hedgehog, an iconic 1990s cartoon character, into a movie, a live-action movie, and you didn't use any of the iconic music from the games?
Yeah, that's Hollywood
I
for
don't know
you.
if they used any in the first movie, but it was all licensed music, and that really, I didn't like the licensed music. I would have loved if it was remixes, even modern remixes that sounds like kind of modern music. If it was just Sonic music, I would have loved that. You know, why couldn't they have a Follow Me, Escape from the City scene, running through the scene, being chased by Robotnik when he's trying to catch him? That would be amazing.
Because that was not from this era of games that they've wedged in. That's gonna be the next movie.
You
Maybe.
didn't have anything like that. I was like, what a missed opportunity. But outside of that,
The-
pick,
Hey, Phil, this is supposed to be Sonic 1 through 3.
I like Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I would give it 2 thumbs up as an action popcorn movie. It's not
Hell
serious,
no.
It's got some issues. Not perfect, but it's very fun. I recommend that you check it out. Thanks for watching my review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon for another movie review. Thank you so much. See you then.
It's completely different style. Yeah, that was indeed another book report. This fucking sucked. This sucked even more. I give this 2 thumbs down because we didn't get any Shadoo news. I'm mad. I'm so pissed. What did you think about the post-credits, Philip? What did you think?
Are you ready to admit your own foolishness?
Well, there's our quote of the day, I guess. Thanks for your input. And, yeah, this sucked. Enjoy the content that exists. I hope you enjoyed the content that exists, and, hopefully I'll provide better content next time. Bye.